Sorry about that. So Steve and Julie Williams were texting me and telling me that um, I disappeared. I'm like, yeah, I know. The internet connection is bad here at this lodge where the conference is being held. Hey, Shelley. Sorry. I'll explain. I know. Sharon's messaging me too. Poof. There I went. Here I'm back. Hey, Sharon. So I'm going to try to keep my internet connection and finish cocktails with the critters. Sharon. Yeah. So sorry about that, guys. The internet connection here is poor. Because I don't think we're out in the sticks, but we're kind of out there. Hey, everybody. So I'll give it a couple seconds. Excuse me. Whoopsie. Hello. Sorry about that, everybody. It's the internet connection here is poor, so hopefully keep your fingers crossed. Let's see how long this one lasts. I thought my phone got too hot. Put it in the fridge. Don't do that, Beth. Easy there, killer. I'm back. Yes. So everybody's been fighting with the internet connection here for the whole weekend. This is my first time having a problem with it. I live streamed for a whole hour from my presentation and never had a problem. This is the first time I had a problem. So, knock on wood that this stays. Hey, Rhonda, good to see you. And Rhonda, I want to give a shout out to you. Rhonda Hardy is in the pig project, my pig project, and she refers people to me all the time, and I want to tell you I appreciate that. So I know when people tag me and refer people to me, I see every single one that you guys tag, and I do not ignore you. So I just wanted you to know that I appreciate that. Thank you very much. So I am target training Chello to my head, and he may poop on me. I walked into the conference today and they're like, you got something in your hair. And I was like, oh, it's just pigeon poop. Do you mind showing me where it's at? Hey, Laura, I intentionally train this. So if I give a presentation somewhere in an environment that he's not comfortable, he's targeted to my head. So I will walk around the room and get him out of the chandeliers. So anyways, yeah, I haven't traveled. Yes, I have. I was going to say I haven't traveled with animals since my former dog, Corbin, my Dalmatian, if Puffy's still in here. He knows who I'm talking about. I used to travel with my Dalmatian all the time, and I loved it. I used to take him to, well, like bed and breakfast resorts, stuff like that, and I loved doing that. I would blow off dating or going out with my friends or anything for the weekend to go out and, Chello's falling asleep, to go out and hang out with my dog in a hotel and party. I used to make him eggs in the morning. We'd go for walks. We did all kinds of stuff. It was great. Kept him socialized. Kept him used to change. And that's the importance of keeping your animals used to change. Because you can bring them to things like this. I don't want to say this has been stress-free, but I've made it as less stressful as possible. Levi and I went for a walk around the lodge this afternoon. This is a beautiful lodge. It's surrounded by woods and ponds, and it's just gorgeous. So the people that put together the Ohio Wildlife Rehabilitators Association conference this year really did well. If you guys had any hiccups, I never saw them. So this has been a great weekend. But that's the importance of keeping your animals used to change, because you can travel with them. I have spent the night in a hotel room with a pigeon before. Francis, of those of you that have followed our work for a long time, Francis the roller pigeon, or no, Francis is not a roller pigeon, he is. But Francis is a pigeon that resides at Nature's Nursery, the Wildlife Rehabilitation Center that I still volunteer from. That's where Willie's from. It's where Mary Lou the Crow's from. Jefferson the Kestrel, who's currently at the Animal Behavior Center. I asked if I could take their pigeon and give a workshop several years ago. I was looking up my presentations from OWRA, Ohio Wildlife Rehabilitators Association, last night, and my first one was back in 2010, so that was 7 years ago. So I'm still here giving presentations, and I love it. But what I was saying before I got rudely interrupted by the lack of internet service is my internet connection okay? Because your guys' names are showing up, but not the pictures beside your names. What was really cool is I ended up showing the importance of how applied behavior analysis works with all animals. So I was showing some of my training with the macaque. I was showing my training with Chello. Sounds like there's somebody outside my door. The giraffe, pigs, parrots, and I said this is all relative, so it was pretty cool. Anyways, does anybody else on here travel with their animals? I remember that, how I first met you through your post. Yeah. Okay, will you ever do, hey Katie, sorry everybody, I got my live stream, my internet service here is poor. Will you ever do a free flight class from start to end? Yes, Steve, we're going to start that in the Parrot Project. And I already showed some of that with getting my work ready for Bring Chello on the road with me. Hey, Lara, Michigan in the house. Yes. Hello, neighbor, Cheryl, Michigan. Okay, you guys do travel. Good. And Shelly says, I almost always have my 2 miniature Aussies with me, sometimes a sugar glider. There you go. And it's really cool. Sharon travels with her dogs. I knew that. It's really cool. I mean, this place is pet friendly, and it's nice because there's a lot of woods, a lot of trails around the lodge. A perfect place to have this conference. I think Chello's gonna roost on my head for the evening. So I'll be really interested to see what this weekend away does for Chello and I's relationship and Levi and I's relationship when we get back to the center. We're heading back home tomorrow, 3-hour drive. It's a pretty long drive for these guys. Not sure if you saw my post. What'd you say, Lisa? I didn't see it. So when I started traveling with my dogs, I had to shape the behavior of the car moving because Quincy did not like the car when I first got her. So I had to shape all of that. I wasn't just going to force her in the car because it would prevent her or slow down the training of her enjoying the car ride. So I had to train that. And I did a lot of it, just getting in the car, getting out the car, getting in the car, getting out the car. Perrin getting in the car with Kongs. Okay, your Amazon runs errands with you once in a while. Yeah, I don't travel much with my parrots, except for to go to the vet, if they have to go to the vet. Yeah. You mentioned that Chello got car sick. Yes. I had no idea Chello got car sick. But, you know, when he got car sick, as we were already probably 2 hours into our drive, and I learned this from Francis, the pigeon I took on a conference before. Levi's on a scent. And he's stretching. Was every time we drove by a semi, past a semi on the expressway, he would, I could tell he would flinch with the semis going by, or the shadows of going underneath bridges. So what I did, I was ready for that. So I could have covered Chello's cage, and I may do that going home, don't know, or I may stick him on a box so he can see the road. I might try that first, and if that doesn't work, I'm going to cover him. But when he got sick, we were already 2 hours into the car ride, and I was feeding him pine nuts every time we passed a semi. And he did well. He didn't seem to, in the beginning, you could see he was cautious and concerned. But then when he ended up vomiting up all his pine nuts was when we stopped at a rest area. When the car stopped moving, that's when he got car sick. So I'm going to make sure everybody pees before we hit the road tomorrow. Set him up for success. Little turd ended up 3.5 miles from home. I didn't see the first part of your post, Heather. I had to work with Rudy on car rides. Danette, I do short trips with 2 parrots, but to take all 6 just isn't happening. I agree. Yeah, so what was I going to say? Oh, these are 2 good candidates for hitting the road for shorter trips. I did not shape this long of a trip. So, but snow was requested for this event. And I had to say, isn't that cool that Snow, our deaf and blind dog, was requested appearance at the Ohio Wildlife Rehabilitators Conference? But I told them she's not ready. She's not ready. We're not there in our training yet. So I said, how about, think of another animal. I was like, how about, let's see, I don't think Willoughby would do well in a closed workshop. Well, she probably would. Nobody else would. Please, internet connection, do not go out. Ah, we're back. I could tell it was going to go out. Keeps telling me my connection's weak. So if it goes out again, guys, I probably won't restart it up again. It's saying right now my connection is weak. But we'll have to have another Cocktails from the Critters when I get back home. Pumpkin treats for sick dogs on a road trip. I know Pumpkin helps with several different things. Oh, it's blurry? Bummer. But Chello is our roller pigeon, the one that's on my head. He is the one that got car sick. Thanks, Steve. Yeah, just in case the internet connection goes out again, guys, I probably won't restart it. It's been I have 2 animals that are beat. They're ready to go to bed. And I got Chello off of his roost to come down here and hang out with us. So, what's up? Easy. So he gets really nesty and broody on the back of this couch. And if I put my head back, he'll peck it. Yeah. So he's come up with some new sounds this weekend. See if I can get him back over here. Come here, Chello. You come up here? You come up here? Nope. Why do I feel like I'm being stalked? I stick my hand back there. Why do I feel like I have a cockatoo behind my head? So he gets like this in the center as well. He'll do this on top of the heaters out in the center, and he's protecting them. Oops. Little accident on the couch. Hang on, guys. I'll be right back. And there goes Chello. And I'm going to let him go. I'm not going to keep him up. Anyways, yeah, he's probably, the animals are beat. It's been a long several days for all of us. I am, and yep, there he goes. How you doing, dude? You all right? Yeah. I'm beat. That's coming out of your paycheck. Yeah, I clean it. I'll clean it up. That's the first time he's pooped all weekend. Right, Levi? Anyways, yeah, so this has been a great trip. I've been trying to keep it as positive as possible. The first night we ordered in some pizza. Levi and I had some pizza. Tried to share some of the crust with Chello, and he was like, nope, not having it. Conditioner for your hair. Oh, believe me, Cheryl, my hair's been pooped on a couple times this weekend. I don't care. It's just bird poop. There was one time I was at a restaurant. I don't know if I told you guys this. That I walked into a restaurant and I was meeting, I believe it was Lara, the operations director at Nature's Nursery, and the waitress comes up and she's like, "Excuse me, ma'am." I was like, "Yes," and she goes, "You have birdie doo-doo on your shoulder." And I said, "I do?" And she's like, "Yeah." And I said, "Which one?" She's like, "This one." And I said, "Okay, thanks." And I just covered it up. I did that too when I went to the mall and I was looking for new clothes for something for the weekend, and I got to the dressing room and turned around to set my clothes down and peeked at myself in the mirror, and there was bird crap on my shoulder, and I was like, Pete's sake. It doesn't bother me, but nobody's going to understand this, so I had to walk around the mall all day like this. So people didn't think I was weird. Because I'm not. It's just bird poop. How much work do you do to have to make the room safe for the bird? Like I look around and cover up lamp posts that maybe make it hot. For the most part, I can direct him where I want him to perch. So, and you can also direct him where you want to poop. Not on the couch. Yeah, so you can place perches so where it's Steve, you could it's a lot of it's about perch placement. So then you just protect the floor underneath it. So what I've done is picked the highest perch in the room and protected the floor underneath it. So with traveling with him, I don't know, I've never lived with Chello before, and I turned on the TV and realized that Chello's never seen a TV before, because I turned it and I was like, oh, that's right, you're not in my house, you're in the center. His Chello lives in the center, which is 10,000 square feet with rafters and raptors. Hey, Carrie. Yeah, so I just kind of slipped my mind when I turned on the TV. I noticed that he hadn't seen the TV before because he just sat there and stared at it. And I was like, okay. Looking at him, I was like, first I thought he was watching it. He was interested. He sat here. I have his crate on the table right in front of me. He sat on the crate and sat there and watched TV. So I had to pay close attention to his body language because I'm watching, like, are you interested? Are you curious? Or is this an aversive? So I ended up, he flew to the top of it, And then, so he's over top of it and lights are flashing when the screen's changing below it. And I was like, you know what? I think I better turn this off, because every time a scene would change, I would see him flinch. So I just turned it off. But throughout the weekend, he's gotten used to that. So I trained him to stay calm while I had the TV on, because I was watching a Lifetime movie last night. Yeah. While I was having some enrichment with my deaf bulldog and my roller pigeon. I had a Jinde Conure that I trained to poop in the trash can. Realized this probably wasn't a good idea if I ever had to board him. Yeah. Why? Did he only poop in the trash can? You could board him and put a trash can in his cage. Hey, Michael. Hey, everybody. So, should we have more cocktails with the critters? I don't mind it, because now I'd say I could sleep in tomorrow, but I can't. So we have a storm moving through tomorrow, and it's supposed to be, oops, sorry, Levi, pretty intense. I think it's hitting the majority of Ohio, but it's supposed to be on tornadoes and hail and damaging winds. And I drive a Jeep Wrangler. Jeep Wranglers do not drive well in high winds. Okay, yes, more to the cocktails with critters. I don't mind it, because that means I can sleep in on Sundays, because I don't ever sleep in on Sundays now, because I have to have coffee with the critters. And if I don't have them, you guys are going to yell at me. So, negative reinforcement. Definitely more. I have a feeling with the holidays coming up, there's going to be more cocktails with the critters. Akron here. So, Lori, you're in Akron. I'm in Newark. Are you guys getting the storm tomorrow as well? So, I love storms, but when they say high damaging winds, that gives me a knot in my stomach, because the center, where the parrots are, it's protected with a metal roof. But the whole other part, that's all plastic roof. So I don't like to hear damaging winds or tornadoes. Supposedly, okay. So I want to get up early and get home, because if there's any tornadoes, I need to get some birds moved. So I don't get to sleep in tomorrow either. Yeah. We will have to give up coffee with the critters. No, we won't have to give up coffee with the critters. I will never give up coffee with the critters. I just like to have cocktails with the critters once in a while. I think we've done this once or twice before, and it ended up being a pretty big hit. I just forget to do it. Yeah, so, anyways, so I walked Levi around today. What do I do with heavy snow? The greenhouse is, it's a center now, is heated, so it melts. It melts the snow. And then we have, what will happen is, because our center is 2 greenhouses put together, so it's like 2 huge domes that come together in the middle, and that snow, if it's not heated, will slide into that center. That's a lot of weight, and it can bring down the center. So we heat it to keep the heat off of the roof, and then we put heated wire through the gutters, so no ice dams build up. Yeah, so our roof is totally protected with the snow, but not from tornadoes. You go back and see what you guys are saying. Oh yeah, you're right. Turn your clock back. That's right. Fall back, spring ahead. That happens tonight or tomorrow morning. Just so you can get your early start home. Safety is the important part. Yeah, I want to get up tomorrow morning, and I'll disassemble my table, take Levi out to pee, get ready, and then I'm going to go say goodbye to Mano, who you guys see on our live streams. She's the one that had Bellatrix. She is down here next to Newark. She's in Johnstown, Ohio. So Mano has been such a huge supporter of mine. And if you watch this replay, Mano, thank you so much because, hey, Ashley, you have shown that this whole weekend. Mano came to every single presentation. And I want to give a shout out to Laura Zitzelberger from Nature's Nursery. So did she. Pretty much every single one of my presentations, all seats were full. So I thank you, everybody, for your support. That means a lot to me. Cheers. But tonight at dinner, Mano gave me something. Ready to see this? This was sweet. If I can get it open. It is a Christmas ornament. I'm gonna turn it around and show you what's on it. Yeah, a Christmas ornament with turkey vultures. My Christmas tree is so unique when I put it up. Excuse me. My enrichment's going to my head. Because I have turkey vultures hanging from my Christmas tree. I have a ton of octopus hanging from my Christmas tree. I have owls on my Christmas tree. Yes, Willie. Let's see. I am a big fan of the Crinkles Christmas line made by Patience Brewster. I believe she's out of Nantucket. Hang on. I gotta pour myself another cocktail. Anyways, those of you that have followed us for a while, well, maybe my personal Facebook page, not my business page, know I'm a huge fan of Crinkles, Krinkles, Bald Eagle, Tree Topper. We should have some kind of Christmas contest. Oh yeah, Crinkles. I like things that are a bit different. I like things that are, yeah, this year that's right. I'll be in Key West for Florida this year. So that'll be fun. I'll be down doing a live stream at Nancy Forrester's. So the Crinkles, I know, I'm never good. So much for getting up early. I am so beyond exhausted. Last weekend in Chicago and then this weekend and go. And I got to go home. I've got a family member that's not doing well. So some of my family came in for the weekend so I could make this conference. And, but she's doing so much better now. So anyways, yeah, my critters are in bed. Levi's passed out right here, and Chello's passed out way up there on the wall. Hey, Connie. There's Connie. Good to see you. I'll be speaking for Connie at Bird Nerds next June 16th, right? Connie, this is Cocktails with the Critters, not coffee. So, yeah, the Crinkles Christmas ornaments. One of my first ones is when I went to Frankenmuth, Michigan with my sister. Excuse me. Thanks, Shelley. I went to Frankenmuth, Michigan. If you guys have never heard of Frankenmuth, Michigan, it's the Christmas capital of the United States, I believe. Hey, Steven. I know you probably have a cocktail. Thanks, Beth. And sounds good. I bought it, and my sister looked. Yes, Mr. Pickles. He is my favorite Christmas ornament, Christmas decoration. I named him Mr. Pickles because it just came. It's a big. Mr. Pickles, the Christmas fish. It's a fish about this long, and I think he's got big red lips, and he has let's see, I'm trying to remember. He has his fins, but the fish has little arms like a T-Rex going out front like this, holding a Christmas gift. And Mr. Pickles has long legs. Yes, this fish has legs. So it's a fish about this big on legs about that long with red and white striped Christmas stockings and some big pointy shoes. I absolutely love it. I love things that make you look at it and kind of go, what the hell is that? That is very interesting. That's in a lot of the art I have on my walls in my house. Not all of them. I got some pretty art on my walls. So then I started looking into, aren't we supposed to be talking about traveling with your animals? Squirrel. Anyways, then I started, hey Sandy. Then I started buying different crinkles. I've got several different reindeer. As I said, a tad askew. Exactly, Katie. Newt. What else do I have? Then she has pigs. I think she has one with something flying with a pig on his back, or a pig with something, pig flying. I don't know. I can't remember. I haven't had my Christmas decorations out for a couple years, but I have her stockings, her Christmas stockings as well. And one of her Christmas stockings, they're all like the old-fashioned Christmas stockings where they're long and skinny and they come up in a point. And a lot of them has bells hanging off the point. And some of them, Katie, some of them have, their Christmas stockings have legs with shoes on it. It's very festive, but it's unique. Like me. I say that because when I was young, I don't know why I asked my mom this, but I said, Mom, am I weird? And she goes, you're not weird, sweetie. You're unique. So I was like, what does unique mean? And when I get older, I sit here and think about it. I was like, yeah, Mom, what were you really trying to say? So, like I said, you know, how many people can say they brushed their teeth with a pigeon on their head? Also, like I said, with predictability comes boredom, right? So I just keep it not predictable. Like going to the bathroom with a pigeon on your head, because everybody does it. Have another read for, I know, I better stop soon before I ruin my angelic reputation. Putting up a tree this year? I think so. I do believe so, is what I meant. Let's see. We do have a Christmas tree. It's silver. Hey, Maggie, how are you? Where are you? Are you in New York? Have you moved? Yeah, sounds like Mom. Any of you know my mom? My mom is a very, very good friend of mine. She's one of the strongest, smartest women I know. And she's got a sharp tongue. She doesn't hold it back. Katie, who cleans your halo, Chello? Yeah. Just found your site, learned a lot in your workshops. Hey, Mary. Mary, you are joining. This is a very unique live stream. Okay? So this is not what we usually do. We have cocktails with the critters, so Mary must be here at OWRA. You're in Buffalo. Okay, you did move. Tell Pickles I said hi. We usually live stream, Mary, every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. and Coffee with the Critters, and I'm usually doing it from the Animal Behavior Center, and I'm usually training some of the critters, but once in a while we do cocktails with the critters. So I am sitting in my hotel room here in Newark with my deaf bulldog and my roller pigeon, having cocktails because people want to see cocktails, want to attend cocktails with the critters. So here you go. So we're all sitting down having a little enrichment, and I should probably stop this live stream before too much longer, before I ruin my angelic reputation. Right? So let's see, what time is it? Oh yeah, it's almost 10 o'clock. We've been going for about an hour. No wonder. No wonder I'm feeling like I'm feeling. So anyways, no, we just want to see you. Stop it, Katie. Yeah, so it's been a great weekend here at the Ohio Wildlife Rehabilitators Association's conference. Once again, And I was talking to my sister on the phone today, and she goes, "So do you know people there?" And I said, "Not as many as I do when I do some of my other traveling." Oh, okay. That must be our cue. That must be the antecedent to the behavior getting ready to happen. And the consequence will be me hitting finish. I forgot what I was saying. Whatever. Oh, yes. It was cool coming back here for, I think this is the third time I've been to a conference. I'm really getting to know everybody, and it's really cool seeing a lot of people that come up and say they watch Coffee with the Critters. So thank you for your support. I appreciate that. Antecedent, very funny. Anyways, I do have to get up early tomorrow so I can hit the road before the storm hits. And it's quite a challenge traveling with a deaf bulldog and a roller pigeon. So I have to make sure they're situated and get Chello up on his box so he doesn't get car sick tomorrow. And it's saying my internet connection is weak. Don't you dare cut out on me. Anyways, so yeah, I've already had some people from being here this weekend that have already signed up for memberships. So thank you for your support. Hey, Lydia, good to see you. We're just getting ready to wrap it up, though. So anyways, join us next Sunday for Coffee with the Critters. I'm contemplating what this will be about. Patricia's son was supposed to fly in Monday. We were going to do a live stream fundraiser for Nancy Forrester down in Key West, Florida. But due to an illness that happened recently in the family, we are postponing that a couple weeks, so we will probably come live with you the beginning of December. Why not? Bring on the holidays. Bring on the enrichment. All right, let us know when you're back. Oh, yep, I plan on being back sometime definitely before 3, because I heard the storm is moving in at 3 o'clock. And I also heard it's moving in at noon. So the time changes tonight here, so that hour's on my side. Anyways, you guys, I think I should keep Cocktails with the Critters to a 2-drink minimum. Anyways, you thought it was fun. Good. You guys like this? Good. We'll start having some Cocktails with the Critters more often, especially over the holidays. Okay? So everybody have a great rest of your Saturday night, and I will see you very soon. I'll let you guys know when I get home tomorrow. Thanks for all your support. Love you guys. See ya. Isn't that what you say after a couple too many cocktails? But I love you. No, I love you. All right. See you guys. Glad you enjoyed it. See you later.